Hey guys, what's going on? It is Alexander here, and I'm gonna be your host today for this episode of Clash of Clans Guide. And today we're gonna take a look at the attacks with balloons, as suggested by Bob, which is a level 115 from my clan. And there's also gonna be an attack with dragons, because who doesn't like dragons? I must say that these attacks are not all just 3 stars attacks. Um, it's a simple matter of luck for some of them to get 3 stars, but most of the time you can get 1 or 2 stars. So let's head down to the 3 attacks, which is spotlighted with balloons. And the first attack is going to be with balloons and lava hounds for Town Hall level 10. And if you have a Town Hall level 9, you can also do this, but you don't have so much base as Town Hall level 10 does. So let's start with the army camp. You're gonna have 4 lava hounds and you're gonna have 20 balloons, and you're gonna be requesting 5 to 6 balloons. And according to spells, you will need 3 raid spells and 2 free spells. And for Town Hall level 9 you can just have 3 raid spells and 1 free spell instead. And here's what it looks like, and let's head into the first battle. And as you can see, I dropped my 4 lava horns at the bottom and then follow up by a lot of balloons in a big line. And first I dropped my free spell, that was actually a failure. But then I dropped my 2 raid spells, and that's not a failure. But the free spell is meant to freeze the Inferno Towers or some of the air defenses. But yeah, and then I dropped my second free spell over there, and as you can see, the balloons are taking off. They're taking all the defenses down, and then the little guys are like cleaning up the board. So that's a great idea, and they're so fast, so they're just doing everything. You don't have to worry about time or anything, and the balloons are just taking the defenses off. And then I have my Barbarian King dropped at the top, so that he can clear all the buildings up there. And my Archer Queen died. That was a failure too, because I forgot to use her ability. But as you can see, I think this is a really good example, and the small lava hounds are just taking off all the buildings because the balloons are too slow, and they're going after the defense as a first priority. But the small lava hounds are just going after anything, so they're like cleaning up the board for the balloons. And it's going very fast, and you can see that I'm at 98% now, 99%. I only do, and look at how fast they are. It's so wonderful to see. And then the Barbarian King comes. I don't know if he gets a shot on it. Yeah, he does. And that's how you get 100% with that. So that was the first, and I don't think, most of the time I get 100% with this, and if I don't, I get 50%, or I get the Town Hall. So yeah, I think most of the time it's a really good attack in clan wars. So let's head over to the second attack. This is balloons and minions, and this is for Town Hall level 9, and this is for those who doesn't have lava hounds. So first off, let's take a look at the army camp. You're gonna need 32 balloons, and the rest is just going to be filled up with minions. And you're gonna request for airdrops, 5 to 6 troops. And then spells, you're going to have 4 raid spells, and then I would say you're gonna have 1 healing spell too if you're Town Hall level 10, and if you're Town Hall level 9, then just use 3 raid spells and 1 healing spell. And as you can see, the Barbarian King and Archer Queen is just 2 very good extra hands to have. And I made 2 attacks with this one. And let's take a look at the first. This was a big failure. But as you can see, I dropped my 3 balloons at first to trigger out air mines or anything. And just let them die, because they're just triggering defenses. And then I drop all my balloons, but I noticed that they're going in different directions, and I don't have anything to heal with them. I only have 4 rage spells. And that's okay, but the minions just can't. And the minions are not going to, like, secure the save of the balloons, because the balloons are already going down, and the rage spells are not going to help. I've already used 3 of my rage spells, and now I'm sending in the rest of my balloons, but that won't have any effect. And I'm sending in also my clan castle troops, but that's not gonna have an effect either. But the key to this attack is to let the balloons and minions take off all the defenses into the town hall, so that the archer queen can go in and then take out the town hall with no worries. But as you can see, he had level 10 wall, or level 9, I can't remember. I think it's level 9 actually. But there is an expo, and my balloons didn't get that one, so my archer queen is going to die because of that. So that's a failure. I did manage to get 68% and 1 star, even though I failed pretty much. So that's not a bad. But let's move on to the second attack. I dropped my 3 balloons again at the top, and as you can see, I found a Tesla tower. And there, I noticed that there is a wizard tower. So I drop a rage spell first, because then when I drop my balloons, they're going to go in 2 different directions instead of going all together and then be taken out all together by the wizard tower. So they're going in 2 different directions with the rage spell now. And as you can see, the minions are coming fast, following up fast to the balloons, so they can take out the enemy troops. And then I'm dropping a healing spell, because I can see my balloons are taking a lot of damage and they're almost dead. But now that I used this one, it's better. And as you can see, I'm going in and I'm getting the most of the attack, and my barbarian king is going for it too. And I think it's my archer queen up there at the top, but I can't see it. And then the minions are taking out. I already got the town hall, and I got 3 stars because I get 50%. And then I drop a rage spell down there. I think now, because I thought the last air defense was activated, but it wasn't. So I could have used that rage spell later on. That was a failure of mine, but you can do that later. So always keep an extra rage spell, your last rage spell, if you can, to like set your last balloons, minions, and your archer queen and barbarian king in rage to take out the last defenses. Because as you can see, my archer queen is now going down. I'm setting her in her ability, but there's still a lot of troops to do. And my barbarian king is going very slow. But he's coming down right away, I think. So yeah, again, this is not going to be 100% win rate. And I've tried this 2 times, and I tried this twice, and it didn't work. So minions and balloons are not the best option, but it's good if you're in clan war and you're going for someone who's a really, well, pain in the ass and you can't take him out. Then just use this attack as a level 9 town hall. Then you're sure to get at least 1 star, and that's what you're aiming for in clan war. You're not aiming for the loot. You're aiming for XP as first priority, and then of course you're aiming for the stars. But I managed to get 96%, but if I had used kept my last rage spell and used that on the barbarian king, then maybe I would have got the last 4%. But that was that attack, and that's for basically Town Hall level 9 and 10. So, but let's moving on to the next attack, which is the number 3 attack, and that's going to be an attack with balloons and dragons, and it's for Town Hall level 9, level 8, and Town Hall level 10. So, yeah, this is something that many people can use. So let's head over to the army camp. We're gonna use 16 balloons and then 7 dragons. And also you're gonna request for 1 dragon, and if you have enough space, then 1 to 2 balloons. And spells, then you're gonna use 2 rage spells and 2 healing spells, because yeah, you need to heal the dragons and the balloons. And I have a description of it here, how it looks like. And for Town Hall level 8, you're just going to use 2 healing spells and 1 rage spell. So that's okay. And let's look at the final attack I did with balloons and dragons. So I dropped 2 balloons again at the top, just to trigger and lure out some air mines or anything. And as you can see, there was an air mine. So I managed to get that out before I did it. And then this is a big failure. My Archer Queen, I forgot to use her ability, so she died wasting her time on nothing actually. Then I sent in my dragon to take out the troops and the Barbarian King, and I sent out 2 more dragons, so there's 3 dragons to take out some buildings, so that the dragons won't just disappear and scatter and go each way. They're gonna go together. And I follow up with the balloons to take out the defenses. And I drop a healing spell too to heal the balloons, and the air defenses are going for the dragons right now. So the balloons are unharmed, and as you can see, there was some skeletons, air skeletons, but the dragon took them out, so that wasn't a problem either. Then I drop a rage spell, because there's a lot of, well, things in here I could use a rage spell on. So my balloons are going pretty well actually, even though there's a lot of defenses left. And I still have, I think, yeah, I have 1 healing and 1 rage left. You need to remember that this is a Town Hall level 10, and I'm Town Hall level 10, so I'm just basically going for the same level as I am by myself. And there's still a lot of dragons left, and now the balloons are scattering, and I think I drop a rage spell now. Yeah, I does. Or I do, and I drop a healing spell too, but I think that wasn't the best idea, because now I don't have anything to heal my dragons with, and there's more air mines and so. So you're gonna have to be lucky again to get 100% stars. But these are attacks that gives you at least 1 star. All of them gives you at least 1 star. And if you don't get 1 star, then you get 2 stars. You're never going to get nothing. You always get 1 star and then 2 stars, unless you do this really bad. And I managed to get 88%, and if it wasn't for the time, I would have got 2 stars, because his town hall was standing outside his village. Yep, guys, so that was my 3 attacks suggestions with balloons level union, and I hope you guys enjoyed it, and you can use any of these attacks. So I hope you guys will suggest what I should do a video on next. You can just comment in the link below, and I'll see you soon.